Good evening. I'm Seamus McGran, Promotions Director for the Hampton History Museum. I want to welcome you all to another in our Front Porch musical series, virtual as we are right now. We do hope to have you back here sometime very soon in the museum's Great Hall to listen to some of our great musicians we bring in on the third Wednesday of every month. And tonight, we're very fortunate to have Dustin Furlow here with us tonight. He's an award-winning singer-songwriter guitarist and has 3 albums under his belt, but has just released a fantastic single, Airborne, that I hope you've heard. And it's getting a lot of play on YouTube right now. We posted it to our page, but he's going to be playing it for you tonight in just a matter of moments. And you can find his CDs on dustinfurlow.com. You can hear his music on your favorite streaming service, but we're really glad you're here with us tonight. And want to also say that when we do get back here live, it's always a perk of membership to enjoy these concerts free, as well as the other many member benefits. But we want to encourage you to support us, even though you can't come in here right now. Although we are open daily for you to tour our galleries, but you can find our membership on hamptonhistorymuseum.org, as well as make a donation so that we can keep the music flowing and be bringing it to you each and every month, as well as our monthly lecture series and the other special events that we do throughout the year. But I'm going to be leaving you to listen to Dustin right now, and we'll see you again later on. So I want to thank you very much, Dustin, for joining us here tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in here to listen to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Seamus. want to thank you all very much for tuning in. My name is Dustin Furlow, if you weren't here earlier, and that first tune is called Strange New World. That was a piece I composed maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. And it's a tune that I still usually use to warm up for sets like these. It's a tune that I included on my first album, The Sound You Call Home, and it was intended to be sort of like a journey versus your standard song structure for like a pop tune or something like that. So I hope that came across. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to keep it going. This is a tune I wrote called Evergreen, and this song gets requested quite a bit. It's one that I'm a bit more fond of playing at more intimate settings like this, so I appreciate you listening again. This tune's called Evergreen.
Flawlessly fair, the way that her breath disappeared in the air, thoughts that occurred to him quietly there, a sigh as he brushed back her hair. Fire, trying their best to make sense of their lives, to the drone of the insects and eloquent lies. There was still hope and still time. She's in his mind like a bittersweet chorus, evergreen eyes, green as the forest, and there's more to her than he'd ever fared to know. He'll ever know. More than he'd ever know. More than he'd ever fare to see. He's lost in her evergreens. He's lost in the evergreens. Heartless and scared, like a tin man in search of a love he could share. Empty but reverent, he pined to be fair to her, but she never could care. World, it is restless, and it could fade from a flame to an ember faster than you'd have the answers to questions that never were meant to be so. Well, she's in his mind like a bittersweet chorus, evergreen eyes, green as the forest, and there's more to her than he'd ever fared to know. He'll ever know. More than he'd ever know. More than he'd ever fare to see. He's lost in the evergreens. He's lost in the evergreens. Fall to her. Green as the forest, and there's more to her than he'd ever fared to know. He'll ever know. More than he'd ever know. More than he'd ever fare to see. He's lost in the evergreens. Oh, he's lost in the evergreens.
So that was called Evergreen. Keep the set going with another tune from The Sound You Call Home. It's the first album I put out. I wrote this tune sort of transitioning between the house where I grew up and my first apartment, which just had a lot of special feelings around that time. It was getting over sort of a dark winter with not so great circumstances, and then sort of getting my own place felt like light at the end of the tunnel, and it was just a really great feeling to experience that. And I can still remember sort of the little small things about that time, like the rocks, the stone path that led to my entrance to the apartment, and snow on the ground and stuff like that, and sort of spring waking up, and it all just felt like it was in perfect harmony, more or less. So that's kind of the feel of this tune. Yeah, it's called The Garden. Hope you like it.
Up to the sound of your wind chimes. The morning light came pouring through the frame. Snow had melted and birds were starting to sing. But I feel it in my bones that I must leave. One more cup of coffee, hear the back door click shut. It's gonna be a long day, we better get up. I moved into a brand new apartment. Still some things I guess I'd rather not part with. The way my father would play guitar, the way my mother decorated her walls. Guess some things in life you can't replace. But the wind chimes were singing the same pretty songs to me. It's gonna be a long day, we better get up. Well, heaven's just a place we'd like to go to. The past and present never seems to mind. Don't you take for granted all the ones that share their time with you. The ones that share their time with you. 'Cause life is just a garden. You make it how you want it. Your life is just a garden. You make it how you want it.
Called The Garden. Hope you liked it. All right, yeah, as Seamus said earlier, I released a single about 2 weeks ago this Friday. Yeah, I think so. Maybe it seems like during this time I just lose my perception of time itself. So it could have been last week, could have been a month ago, who knows. But it's a tune called Airborne, as he mentioned. I've got to retune just a few seconds to get there properly. But I wrote this pretty much exactly a year ago. I had just met a girl who I'm still dating now, and she's in the Netherlands, and so we actually met a few days just before borders closed, which was quite coincidental and quite fortunate. And I wrote this. A big portion of this, I should say, I wrote the bones of this tune the day that she flew back. Coincidentally, I wrote this tune on a classical guitar, which, as any of you might know who are familiar with my music, I pretty much never play nylon. It's a really good thing to, I think, if you're a musician, step outside your comfort zone, because you honestly just never know what'll come out of it, and I think this tune I'm very happy with still. Who knows, in a few years I might hate it, but I don't suspect that'll be the case. Here it is, Airborne. It's a tune without words, so if you're watching this after the fact, you can just skip it if you prefer words in a song, but I think that writing lyrics to this would have been an injustice, so yeah, it's called Airborne. I hope you like it. was a tune called Airborne, if you missed the intro to that. It's a single I released about two or 3 weeks ago. For all the guitarists watching, if there's any, it's CGDGBE. That's the tuning there. If you're not a guitarist, that tuning is CGDGBE. Fun fact, useless information if you're not a guitarist. I'm going to switch guitars because I don't feel like retuning that. This is a fun tune I wrote about. This tune also doesn't have words, so sorry. I think maybe 30% of my songs, it's about a third of my songs don't have words. I just feel that music doesn't always need a human voice to get a story across. But anyway, this tune is called Cherokee Lake, and it was on my first album, The Sound You Call Home. No, I take that back. It was on my second album called Solo, which was a live album from Master Sound Studios in Virginia Beach. I wrote this tune, the story about this tune basically involves my father, who's a retired Navy chief, falling out of a kayak, legs up into the water. We've been drinking bourbon and just having a really good time. I hadn't seen him for maybe 3 or 4 years after I graduated high school, and he had moved to Tennessee. And we were just having a great time, and it was my first time visiting that area of Tennessee called Bean Station. It's the name of the town. And Cherokee Lake is a huge, huge lake that just runs primarily throughout the Smoky Mountains. And it's really a gorgeous lake. The video I put up on YouTube has footage of the sunsets, and it's really spectacular. But I wrote this tune sort of as a snapshot of that trip, seeing my father for the first time in, I don't know, 2 to 4 years, somewhere around there. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It's a fun one, I think. I think we're in tune. right, so that was called Cherokee Lake. Hope you liked it. I'll actually sing one for you for this next one. So around the same time that I actually composed this one was when I composed this next tune. This song is on my album, The Sound You Call Home, and there's some nice piano playing on it. I should say very simple piano playing on it because I recorded it, but it's nice to have something different that I don't normally do on a track. But this tune tends to get requested quite a bit at like public gigs. By public gigs, I mean the gigs I do several times a week normally. If this is your first time hearing my music and you enjoy it, you can follow me on Facebook, and I post where I'm playing at. Usually Monday or Tuesday I'll post where I'm playing at for the week. So if you like this tune, I'll be happy to play it for you anytime. It's a song called Only Autumn, and again, it's from my album, The Sound You Call Home.
It was the 12th day of October, the cold was creeping in. It tapped me on the shoulder the way that only autumn can. I thought about your voice, it brought me to the past. Somewhere I can go to feel warmer, somewhere I can go when the days have grown shorter. No one ever told me living on your own might feel this way. Only autumn, only autumn, only autumn. Bring me back to you. Wooden floors and windows, it's the simple things in life that bring a man peace of mind. Black coffee in the morning, whiskey at midnight. If only every question had an answer, if only every answer was the truth that we were after. No one ever told me that I might question everything tonight. Only autumn, only autumn, only autumn. Bring me back to you. Bring me back to you.
was called Only Autumn. Hope you liked it. I've sort of been called a songwriter who writes about seasons, or seasonal songwriter, as funny as that sounds. This next tune I want to play for you is called Summer Song. And this is probably, I think this is the second tune I ever wrote with lyrics. I wrote this when I was 18, so it's hard to believe that was almost 10 years ago. But it's a fun one. It's upbeat. It's a bit different. It's kind of a opposite vibe as Only Autumn. It's a bit carefree and not introspective. It's so crazy when it rains outside what the humidity does to these guitars, so I appreciate you being patient with the tuning inherent with humidity change. All right, Summer Song, here it goes. I miss this, I missed the ocean air. I miss the reason my hair without a reason to care about my affairs. 'Cause it's so easy now, Lord knows it ain't fair, to replace those thoughts in your head with thoughts of summer instead, and you find yourself. Find yourself. When summer's here again, I'll be right here waiting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is never felt so nice. Like cherry limeade on ice, don't even have to think twice, just feels so right. 'Cause it's so easy now, Lord knows it ain't fair, to replace those thoughts in your head with thoughts of summer instead, when you find yourself. Find yourself. When summer's here again, well, I'll be right here waiting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I don't worry about my problems, yeah. And I know the sunlight is gonna solve them. There's nothing wrong with summer song. Did you see? Fell asleep by the elm trees, dreaming, sunlight in my eyes. It's called Summer Song. Hope you liked it. So I think I got time for maybe 2 tunes if I keep them short. So that's what we're going to roll with. I got a song called Elder Tree I'd like to play for you all that is a tune that's also was on the album Sound You Call Home. And this was one of the first instrumental guitar pieces I ever wrote. And is actually a fun fact, fun trivia, useless trivia to most. This is actually, when I wrote this, shortly thereafter I got it tattooed on my arm, so I get questions sometimes what that is, if it's anything, and it's actually this tune I'm about to play for you. It's called Elder Tree. Sort of the backstory. The backstory to this tune is that the house that I grew up in when I was from about 8 years old until 17 or 18, there's a big, some sort of willow tree. I'm not sure of the exact type, but we just called it the elder tree because it looked very old and it was very gnarly and just almost kind of scary looking, but it hung over a creek that was behind my backyard that my neighbors and I would meet up at. It was sort of in this sweet spot where there was no eyes on us because it just was surrounded by shrubs and bushes and the like, and so none of our parents or whoever could look out their windows and see us when we were hanging out where the tree met the creek, so it was kind of just meet up at the tree was like sort of the thing. But I had a lot of fond memories there, you know, not just as a child, but of course into adolescenthood. As you'd imagine, if you're out of the view of supervisors, then yeah, a lot can happen. But so anyway, the point I'm getting to is that when I moved out, I went to my new apartment that was only, you know, about 10 minutes away. I would drive by the old house, and some guys moved in, and they, I think, I don't know, they didn't really care so much about the property, so the ponds that my dad and I had made and the garden that we had tended to every year and the tree in the back, those things all just kind of disappeared within a matter of a month or two. And so I'd driven by and saw that the tree wasn't there anymore, and it kind of just hit me in the chest a bit, which is, you know, it's just a tree, but it holds significant value in the, you know, when you think about your memories. It's kind of like if, you know, well, I don't know, use your imagination, but yeah, so that tree was gone, and so with it felt like sort of I had this new appreciation of small things that you hold in your memory, because your memories are things that, you know, really can't be taken from you. So yeah, that's the moral of this tune, is value the small things and the memories and the little things here and there. I think probably everybody has their own elder tree or whatever for their own childhood memories, you know, whether could be a bunch of different things, but for me it was the tree, and now it's gone, so this was my ode to it, and it's called Elder Tree. I'll stop talking now. is called The Elder Tree. I hope you enjoyed it. It's really been such a pleasure to be here and play for you all. Is there time for one more song or no? Okay, I just wanted to double check. As you might guess, opportunities like these to play original music for a nice audience is it's few and far between. But you know, as things get more back to normal, I look forward to playing for you again. If you're in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, or the Peninsula or anything like that, it's most likely you can find me one day of the week. I play a regular Sunday gig at Grain in Norfolk. I'll be playing in Hampton actually this Friday at a Hilton hotel, but it's open to the public. It's called Burger Theory. I think I'm playing there from 7 to 10 tomorrow. So if you're in the area, yeah, I think it's maybe only about 10 minutes from the museum. But it's escaping me where I'm playing at Saturday. But as I said, all my schedule and everything's on dustinfurlow.com, as well as CDs, music, tablature for guitar pieces, that sort of thing. So again, I hope you enjoyed it and listen to me babble. Thanks for putting up with me. But I'm going to close with this tune that was on my first album, The Sound You Call Home. This is a song called Saving Grace, and this tune's really great fun if there's a band behind me, but obviously there's not. But it's fun to also play stripped down, so hope you enjoy it. It's called Saving Grace.
Watching the hours slip away, it's another lifeless casualty. Spent that whole long winter waiting, waiting for spring to sing its sweet song. Now I'm trading my ball and chain for a feeling I can't escape. California hearts keep beating like sweet escapes. No more watching my lifeline hide in the clouds. Virginia, your winter's bringing me down. Sometimes your youthful heart, it's the reason. How else could I write about the seasons? You rip away my routine when you give me some good love now. Lay you down next to me when spring has sprung. Been watching the hours slip away. It's another lifeless casualty. No more watching my lifelines hide in the clouds. Virginia, your winter's bringing me down. Something's gotta give, I can't sit still. I'm dying just to live, can't get my fill. So I wonder how it is that I'm still sane without you here to be my saving grace. My grace, yeah. When you save watching the hours slip away. It's another lifeless casualty. No more watching my lifeline hide in the clouds. Virginia, your winter's bringing me down, down again. It's bringing me down, down again.
All right, so that's it for me. I appreciate you all listening, and thank you. Very huge thanks to Hampton History Museum for having me. It's a huge pleasure, just like it was the last time. So I look forward to maybe in the next few years coming back and playing either with the band or with my good buddy Matt Thomas on the harp guitar. So thanks again for watching, and yeah, take care. Be safe.
And Dustin, thank you very much. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. And yes, be on the lookout for where Dustin is performing live. You can check out those dates either on his Facebook page, Dustin Furlow Music, or his website, dustinfurlow.com. So be sure and catch him live. We'll be sure and have him back here at some point. Also, check us out on hamptonhistorymuseum.org and like us on Facebook if you're not already a fan. And we look forward to seeing you back for our next virtual concert, which is going to be on, as they always are, the third Wednesday of the month. But like I keep saying, we can't wait to have you back here live and in person. So yes, do stay safe, take care, enjoy the beautiful weather it looks like we're having outside as well tonight, and we'll be seeing you back here soon enough. Thank you. I'm Seamus McGran for the Hampton History Museum. Good night.